Greetings and salutations. I am Karen Russmer, and welcome back, or welcome if this is your first time here. Yeah, we finished Torment. So if you missed my Tuesday stream, we finished Torment Tides of Numenera. We're going through a bit of a different beat this time. I figured to change it up rather than going for another role-playing game, lots of narrative, lots of me talking, and, you know, with Torment Tides of Numenera, very little combat. Going for a much more combat-orientated, narrative-light. There is still some degree of story to the newer Xcom games, which is kind of good. Come over here while I just sort out my laptop, so that I can see that I'm streaming. Or more precisely, I can see what people say when I go full screen with the game. Ha da 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 da. There we go. So yeah, one of the things. Right. So yeah, I'm feeling a change of pace, so I've gone for a change of pace. Let's get into XCOM for a bit. So first, you know, this is probably the only time that I'm going to be going into too much detail about this, but XCOM is a franchise. It's been going on since 1994. It was originally owned by Microprose. It was originally released in Europe, or at least England, under the name of a UFO Enemy Unknown. However, in the States, it was XCOM Earth Defense. They then decided to somewhat unify the names for the sequel games, and they all become XCOM There was basically a game which was just a palette shift, which was XCOM Terror from the Deep. Rather than the bad guys coming from space, they came from they come from space but crashed into the oceans and lay dormant there for their years, and terrible things were occurring when they woke up. I don't know. It was a little bit flaky. It was a 90s. Plots didn't need to make sense. They just needed to be. Hey, my cat. Then along came XCOM Apocalypse, where it's like this is set after the two games and the world's gone to pot. Everybody's living in isolated cities. You're in Mega City 1, I think it was called. It was something like Mega City 1. It was very Judge Dredd. That changed the focus from the world view to a very city view with lots of multiple factions going on. It's a masterpiece of a game. I highly recommend that you go check it out if you're interested in that kind of things, because there was just a lot of subtleties there that you don't get when on the global stage. Then things took a little bit of a turn. They decided to do spin-offs rather than remaking it, which kind of makes sense. They made 3 games in the same vein. They tried to do something else. They came out with XCOM Interceptor, very much a TIE Fighter-esque space shooter that was pretty good. XCOM Enforcer, which was a third-person shooter, which was a little bit weird. The plot, there was a bit of a plot in that, and it made absolutely no sense into the continuity of the game. And I think that just about covers the original. There was 2 cancelled games, XCOM Alliance and XCOM Genesis. They were going to be squad-based first-person shooters, never saw the light of day, and Microprose pretty much went out of business after that, and are now a defunct company. I think they're actually still around in some small part. I did Google them a couple of years ago now, and they're still there somewhere. Hi, my cat. I'm not sure if I said that, but hello. Blog indeed. And then, back in 2014, XCOM Manda, when the alien threat is gone and you're on the dole. Yeah, I mean, that'd be That's actually one of the things where it's like, you know, what's the world like after an alien invasion? That's weird. I've just gotten a error message over on my laptop to say that it's having a problem. I think Twitch is having a mare today. And so yeah, back in 2004 or 2016, I'm a bit confused with that. 2K Games bought the franchise from the now defunct Microprose. They gave it over to development by Thraxis, which is they get a lot of their strategy games developed by Thraxis. They do the Civilization games and a few others. And we ended up with XCOM Enemy Unknown, which is a fairly good reboot to the franchise in my humble opinion. And then after that they came out with XCOM 2, with the DLC War of the Chosen, which is what we're actually going to be playing. I did spin it up early yesterday just for a little bit of a make sure nothing's too, you know, it's not very clear in my humble opinion. Sorry, I'm just trying to play around with the sound and it's all like, currently it feels like it's too loud at a 4, so I'm kind of trying to get it down to a 2. Oh, there we go. We're going down. No, that's too quiet. See, 4 is too loud. 1 is too quiet. Come on, 2. There's no 2. We're going to go for 3. They're not very clear on sort of like, does the DLC add to the game, or is it sort of like chapter 2 of XCOM 2? Hey J-Station, how's it going? You mind to find Sunny okay? And yeah, so it's not very clear whether it adds into the game or whether it's a continuation of the game. I had to spin it up. And yeah, the first part of it was just exactly the same, so we're going to be playing War of the Chosen, which is extended into, oh good, return with the target intact. Hello, Ghost of Sunny, if you can hear me, or whether J-Station's listening on headphones, I don't know. Doobity what's it, flibbity flob. So yes, and then after XCOM 2, War of the Chosen, they came out with XCOM Chimera Squad, which is a very much more narrative slash personnel based one, where you've actually got a small team. So we're going to be playing the second one. I've not actually played this one to completion. I've played pretty much the rest of them to death. I do want to tell you about the first one because it kind of leads into it. So in the first one, aliens are invading the globe. Yeah, I've played all of them, at least in some form. Not completed a lot of them because some of them were damn difficult, but I've played them to death. Completed your XCOM Enemy Unknown. And this is kind of a reboot to the franchise, so you don't need to know about them all, you just need to know about the last one. Aliens have started showing up, and the governments of the world have decided to put together a task force to deal with it, which is Extraterrestrial Combat Unit, Xcom. And throughout the game, you're pretty much in charge of everything. You set up satellites to monitor certain places of the Earth. You need to keep nations happy. You shoot down aliens. You go investigate their wreckages to pick up tech. They'll send in missions specifically designed to terrorize people, and they're slightly tougher. Well, this is where it actually takes a bit of a twist, J-Station, because what happens is ultimately the best outcome for XCOM 1 is you eventually gather enough tech to take the fight to the aliens, go aboard their invasion vessel, kill them off, and job's a good one. You're the hero. Success. When it came to XCOM 2, they decided to go for the darker timeline ending. So the canon is, partway through the war, you get a peace agreement from the aliens, who basically say, look, we're going to stop the war and we're going to, sort of like come to some kind of agreement. What actually happens is it then goes to a bit of a cold war, and the aliens invade less aggressively, more stealth, sabotage, that kind of thing, and take over the world in a different way. And this is where XCOM 2 kicks in. We'll get more into that as it comes up in the narrative, but for the moment, the XCOM lost the war because the government decided to accept this peace agreement, and that's where that's where we're up to in the narrative. Couple of things. We have a new K-bot, new artwork, which has been done by Crit Commissions yet again, as always. Surprisingly, in the last 24 hours. I didn't think about it, and I was just thinking to myself, sort of like the other day, it's like, could do with a new K-bot. None of the ones that I've got kind of fit. And so it was like, yep, okay, done. K-com. That sounds something like, K-pop or something? Korean combat? I don't know. But no, it's K-bot. And so yeah, we've got that. And also there is a new channel point redemption for the moment. Oh, J-Station, how many channel points do you have in total? I just want to know for a rough figure for something else that I'm working on. But one of the things is, for 1,000 channel points, you can name a squaddy. Now, we're not going to be naming them as they come fresh off the bus, because they could go on their first mission and die. And we also don't know what personality they'll have. They've got classes, so we're going to wait until they get their first level up before we actually name them. 60,000. Okay, cheers. Yeah, I'll remember that. So yeah, once they get their first rank, then we can start naming them. We might do a little bit of character customization on them, because that's another possibility. But at the same token, it's probably not a great idea doing that live on stream, because that can be quite time consuming, especially when trying to combat the differences between, do you want this option, and this option, and whoever's paid the channel credits, channel points, and it's like, yes, I want that one, and it's like, wait, which one was that one? Because of the lag. So it'll just be names only. You can make a Google form for it. You could make a Google form for it. I am lazy, and I don't want to do that. I mean, one of the other alternatives is actually go off, buy the game, and let's actually get into this. Is this gonna just work? There we go. The videos are very loud. I'm not entirely sure if there's much I can do about that. There should now be... we got a blank screen. Here's a hint, folks. If you're trying to adjust which source it's going to capture, make sure you actually stop trying to capture the source before you try and change it. OBS just had a moment there and pretty much locked up. So, right, let's double check that I can actually go over to the game. Is this now working? Yes, it is. Okay. So one of the things, if you actually own the game, you can go off, you can sort of like create a character in the game. First name, last name, nickname, biography. You can change their entire biography if you really want. Their gender, plenty of places to choose from. Which voice they've got. It's a little bit quiet, I think. And then the rest of it. And then you can change what they're wearing. There are so many options that I feel that it'd be unreasonable to do it live on stream. But if you really wanted, you could actually go off, get it, and then sort of like export selection. And export it to a new pool, and then figure out how to just confirm. Yeah, yes. And then I'm guessing that there's a way of doing things. I don't know. But there's a way of importing characters from other places. So I'm guessing that there are files on the computer somewhere. So if you really wanted, gender equals country of origin now. No, you can have. Let's just clear this up. Character info. You've got the country of nationality, and then you've got the voice. And then you've got gender. And then you've got attitude. I don't really know what all of them actually do. But let's stop playing around with that. How is the audio levels? Could you hear much? I know, but you went gender as there was plenty of places they can come. Yeah, English isn't my forte. See, one of the things that I noticed is... Right. There should be some music playing in the background. But I'm not seeing video volume, which is slightly worrying. I've got subtitles turned on, so I'm gonna see how this goes. Okay. Be prepared to be deafened. If you're on headphones, you might want to take the opportunity now to turn them down, because I think this is gonna get loud. Oh wait, no. We're gonna go for veteran because I'm familiar with XCOM games. This could be a bad idea. If it's too difficult, I will be turning it down. We're gonna leave the tutorial on. We're gonna leave the voiceovers on without reducing them. We're gonna show subtitles. The advanced stuff is for more. The advanced stuff tends to be for more if you're playing it again through a second time. It gives you some mutators that allow you to mix things up a little. And you can also choose a game soundtrack between UFO XCOM UFO Defense, XCOM Enemy Unknown, and XCOM 2 War of the Chosen. We're going to leave it on War of the Chosen, but at the same token, they're there, they're options now. So let's click next and go for it. I know. Okay, now let's click continue and go for it. And these are the DLCs that I've got. We're just gonna go with them all.
Accessing the feed now. We're in. But I don't know for how long.
Not sure if that is balanced to what I've set it to.
Way too much security, even for Advent.
That's no ordinary gene therapy clinic. And we're telling the truth.
Or they're leading us into a trap. A really obvious trap. We'd need an army to march in there right now.
I've got a better idea. Outrider, this is Central. Go.
So yeah, the aliens came along with all of their tech and helped out humanity. I don't recognize this at all. But I do recognize this.
Placed upon us, mistakes are bound to happen.
It wasn't our fault. Please.
There's no need for any of this. I will do what you ask of me. I just need additional time. Did you say something? You're one of those. You must understand. I had no choice.
Outrider, report.
Who is Outrider?
So, you do exist.
Still don't know who you are.
Rider to Avenger, I have visual confirmation.
Are you sure?
Reapers are always sure.
I'll take your word for it. Cover your tracks and get the hell out of there. They can't know we were here. Yet.
Understood. Now the real war begins.
So, the part of getting out of there and covering tracks, how's she going to do that with the dead body?
Excitement continues to build as city centers across the globe prepare for the 20th anniversary of Unification Day.
Thousands line up at the site of the Great Accord, celebrating the formation of the Advent Coalition.
Keeping with their promise to humanity, 12 new gene therapy clinics will be opening in select cities by the end of the new year.
Despite the attempted attack by fringe elements, operations at the new facility in Paris thankfully remain unaffected.
In response to the unprovoked intrusion on the eve of our most beloved celebration, the speaker reaches out to us.
A small number of dissidents again repeat the mistakes of the old world.
Striking as we celebrate a benevolent savior who time and again offers only friendship and compassion.
Yet these trivial actions could never break the bond between humanity and the Elders.
Peacekeeping forces have already made several preemptive arrests of known collaborators.
Why are
Advent again
you
assures
there?
all citizens
Where?
that today's celebrations will continue as planned.
It's you with more hair.
Perfect.
Gee, thanks. Who's the PR guy? Black shades, black outfit. Probably an alien.
Approaching position. You were right. They've definitely got their hands full today.
Stay focused. Prep gate crasher. 60 seconds.
Love the way that it's like, even our bombs are going to be in our distinct shape.
Now.
Signal received. Loud and clear. Okay, Gatecrasher. Your turn.
Because the guy with the shades and the hair, did anybody else notice the speckling on his skin around the neck? I'm guessing not, seeing as though you think I mean, do I have speckling?
Advent forces are swarming to the blast point. We need to move on the package.
So has the whole society come here? Like, why are we sticking around? Have they conquered other worlds?
You need to get out of sight.
So, right. The aliens basically reap worlds. They go harvest everything. They take a lot of genetics from the worlds, making their soldiers better. And then once they finally make a mess of the place, then they move on to the next world, packing up in a giant big spaceship. So yes, they've conquered other worlds. The reason why all the aliens aren't identical is because they've taken the best bits from other previous worlds. So yeah, this might actually be a little bit quiet. Can you hear that too well, or do I need to turn that up?
They're holding position. We're gonna have to go through them. Stay out of sight until we're ready to strike.
Copy that.
This is mainly just a tutorial, and I think there's some story missions.
We'll only get one shot at this.
In the shadows.
No, they tried to defeat us through combat. But we were too good for them. And it's one of them to a certain degree, you know. One of the aliens is so refined that it started to come up with flaws that they can't now get around because they've refined it too much, as it were. I mean, yes, it's a weak story. It's like, yes, we've conquered multiple worlds, but we failed on this one.
Remind me to thank the old man.
You and me both. We're not out of the woods yet. We need to take out those remaining soldiers.
I've got the trap on him. Permission to engage.
Do it.
So yeah, each soldier gets 2 actions around, although if they fire a weapon it ends their turn. The first action is like this blue area, the second action, if they choose to move, will be over to that area. If they've got one action can be used for this, but these generally tend to end their turn, so they can move and then do one of these. In most cases, there's a couple of exceptions. We'll get into those as and when they occur, if they still exist in XCOM 2. We shoot, we check out the targets, and we shoot the guy. This is the tutorial, so this is all pretty much scripted. Entire race, genetically engineered cultures specialize on world conquering until they come up to a scattered and divided world of Earth. Now they've detected us, they know that everybody's here. Because that's how stealth works. Yes, we're just going to shoot them in the heads. We're going to go with the 63 because that's a good percentage.
You're still keeping score, right?
Not going out that.
Oh no. Somebody gets shot in the back. And dies. It's a tutorial. But that is literally how fragile your people are at times. You know, if you don't use the terrain to your advantage, you will end up losing this. But now that I have these guys flanked, I should get the advantage on this one. Although what stops this guy from running up, hopping the fence, he runs backwards instead.
She's calling reinforcements. Stop that. Transmission.
She only had 1 day until annual leave.
Reporting in.
You're late. What have you been doing down there?
Taking in the sights.
What the hell are these things?
They're us. At least there used to be. Human hybrid soldiers. Advent's reward for obedience and service.
We've all heard rumors. I just never believed it was true.
No one wanted to. But we find what we're looking for today. I promise you that's gonna change. Let's move.
So Central is the guy from the first one who was your second in command.
You heard her. Cover the left side.
Cover the left side. Wait, my left or your left? Oh, we're still in tutorial mode. Right, we'll go over here.
I'm on it. Keep your eyes peeled. Fire on anything that moves.
And now we're going to Overwatch, which basically means anything that we see, we shoot.
Main entrance is
Sometimes you wish they'd think a little bit before doing that. Alright, so now we get to see one of the dynamic entries. This is gonna hurt because he isn't wearing a helmet. Look at this guy, look at this guy. He is not wearing a helmet, he is not wearing much in the way of body armor, and he's gonna do this. Hiya! Because that's smart.
Hold up. You should check that body.
This is an interesting mechanic that they actually introduced into the second one. Some of the bad guys, when you shoot them, they'll drop things and you will get to pick them up, and it's a scope. I now have access to a scope. He's got lessons from Leon, quite possibly. Whereas in the first one you had to manufacture any and all equipment. Now the reinforcements arrive, and the Overwatch should go off. We know he's in charge because he's wearing red.
Reinforcements just hit the ground.
They're getting nervous. Now I know we're in the right place.
It likes doing this sometimes, where it's like giving you a camera angle where it shows you absolutely nothing. Don't shoot the guy in red. You knew that he was important.
Well done. Fall back to our position. Just go. I'll try to stall him here.
Runs away. How do we have? We got a 59 and a 48. We'll go on to Overwatch again. Oh no. Apparently we're not allowed to go Overwatch. Yay, tutorials. And he missed.
I'm going for the door.
So this is more tutorial stuff. Another interesting facet, they introduced this hacking system. So for some closed doors, you've got to hack them. When you bring out your tablet, point it at the door, and this interface comes up. This is what you're attempting to do, but these are two bonuses that you may or may not get. It gives you a percentage chance, but it's based on your score, and I'm guessing there are some doors that you don't have a 100% chance to unlock if you've got a low tech score. It's just, you know, for the sake of a tutorial, make sure they can actually open the door they need to get through. Gonna go with the override because it's only, you know, I don't think this is gonna succeed whichever way I chose. But let's go for the 2% for complete immunity. Whee! And that goes up. And it wouldn't have hit either. Unlock the door.
Good. Let's go.
And then we're gonna go in here and treat it with no cut.
Let's hope our intel was good.
This is the place.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Looks like there's an access panel attached. If you got me a better look, I might be able to.
Next time. Let's get out of here.
There is a bit of an action economy in this. So you've got two actions. The first one is generally used for moving. The second action is usually reserved for doing something.
Security grid just lit up. Firebrand is holding nearby for evac, but it's now or never, Central.
Understood. We're on the move.
But you can choose to spend your second action to move. Oh, there goes another newbie. Yeah, we weren't sticking around to party, don't worry. See, I don't know how much this works in general. I know that in the original games, this kind of behavior would work a lot of the time. You could shoot through a lot of walls. But there are some actions in this where it's like, for example, the sniper rifle, because of its size, it requires both actions to use. There's heavy weapons which take both actions to use. At least that was the case in the first XCOM. I don't know whether that's maintained over this, and I don't know whether, but yeah, it tends to be move and do a thing. As we just saw, they moved up, they threw a grenade. They nearly got shot in the back. And because your friend didn't shoot the guy in red. Oh no, he's shooting at Central. Oh no, Central got hit for exactly 5 points of damage. This is an interesting thing, is you get to select where the evac zone is. I don't know why he's not just bringing it down on his head, but he's putting it over there. I suppose it's to be dramatic so that he can run over to the evac zone. Come on. Run over to the evac zone. And evac. More cutscenes. Whee! I don't actually know what that's about. In the first game, there were beings of pure energy that kind of behaved like that, but didn't look anything like that. This is a bit of a longer cutscene.
Carefully! There's potentially decades of atrophy to contend with.
Wish we had more time.
I don't disagree.
But as it stands now, we risk losing the patient if we don't begin the removal procedure immediately.
We're ready.
Good. Let's get on with it.
Remarkable.
Just like 20 years ago.
Oh look, flashbacks.
Still calling it a war back then. We had no idea what was coming.
Response from the cerebral cortex. Good. Prepping for cranial intrusion. I've managed to identify the connection. Preparing to make final incision.
These readings are getting really erratic.
Of course they are. These implants were never designed to be removed. We are risking severe...
No plan B here, people. Do it.
Pupillary response normal. Vital stabilizing. Procedure complete.
Told them it would take more than that to keep you down. Welcome back, Commander.
So if the guy they just rescued is a commander and I'm the commander, who was in charge of that first op?
Glad to see you're finally coming out of it. Don't envy the headache you must have, though. Still, can't fault Dr. Tigan. Especially as no one's even attempted something like this before. Easy. We're still not entirely sure what they did to you. That chip was buried halfway into your skull. Lost a lot of good soldiers looking for you over the years. Almost gave up hope you were still out there. Acted on the intel as soon as I got word. Not sure what you remember, but a lot's changed. Did the best I could, but the last 20 years have been tough without you. You feel like catching up. Shen has the archive up and running on your terminal. Otherwise, I'd go see Dr. Tigan when you're ready. There's some things you should know. He'll be better at explaining them than me. It's damn good to have you back, Commander.
Alright, I just gotta do a quick thing. I'm not sure if this will show up. There we go. It does show up. It's weird. Every other game where it's actually just captured the screen, it's not actually captured the Steam overlay, and it's kind of useful because it doesn't pop up when people sign in. But anyway, just had to sign out of that so it doesn't do anything more. It's also showing the stream overlay when I actually, the Steam overlay when I shift tab, so gotta remember not to do that either. Too much. Alright, we're still pretty much in tutorial mode. I have this button to press.
Impressive, isn't it? Capable of generating immense power, yet completely harmless to human life. If only the same could be said for the rest of the aliens' technology, Commander. Dr. Richard Tigan, Chief Science Officer. I am responsible for the entirety of our research here, as well as the procedure you so recently underwent. Welcome to my lab, such as it is. I'm not sure what Central may have told you, but we found something while removing you from the alien stasis suit. A device implanted directly in your occipital lobe. Had I access to the equipment available to me during my tenure at Advent, I would already know the precise nature of its function. However, given time and your approval, of course, Commander, I assure you, I will find out. Which brings to light an additional point. Though aspects of this facility are indeed impressive, I am but one man. Were you to direct additional support personnel and resources to me, I could substantially improve the speed of all our research. Farewell, Commander.
I love the way that it's like,
I will begin researching the Advent chip for possible insights as to its function.
I love the way that it's like, go to the doctor, he'll explain things, and the doctor just turns around and goes, yeah, we got a lot of tech, but give me money. You get to do research in this. You can direct it when you're not in tutorial. As we can see here, it's like this requires 2 Advent Trooper corpses. Some just take time. This one is the only one that's available. Having successfully conducted a traumatic procedure required to remove a chip implanted by Advent, we now have the opportunity to study the inner workings of the device to gain a better understanding of their motivations.
I'll see that work begins immediately, Commander. I'll contact you when I have a full report available.
That research will keep Tigan busy for a while. In the meantime, you might want to head down to the armory.
Commander, to the armory.
Do I have it? Well, this is... Oh, let me just actually, while I'm here, turn this up a touch. But let's take the music down a touch. See, it's already made the music slightly louder, which is not what I wanted. But it's not too bad.
Commander, Jane Kelly was instrumental in the op to get you back. She earned enough experience for a promotion. We should take care of that now.
Promote the soldier.
The Ranger serves as our primary reconnaissance unit, capable of moving independently in concealment while engaging enemies at close range.
So that's one of the new classes. Changed out the rifle for a shotgun and also got a blade. New ability slash attack an enemy within movement range with your sword.
We're off to a good start. Our troops will only get stronger as they gain experience.
Commander, to the bridge.
At some point we might actually be able to rename them, but hold off on your channel points until then.
I heard you, Shen. When we get the thing, you'll be the first to know.
Attention. Unauthorized presence detected.
Commander, give me a second. Execute Echelon Protocol.
Attention. Senior command exchange confirmed.
I had wanted that to be a little more ceremonious, but we've got something. A local resistance cell just located this hybrid magnetic power converter that Shen's been pushing us to find. They tracked the device to a nearby Advent convoy and are attempting to take it down. If we can bring this converter back in one piece, we might actually get this place up and running and give the aliens a real war for a change. The squad is prepped and ready to launch on your order, Commander. Just give the word.
This is where you'd usually be able to choose things.
Commander, each of our soldiers has a unique relationship with their squad mates. As they complete combat missions together, their compatibility will grow and can eventually develop into a lasting bond.
Commander, alas, but some will grow faster than others. Sending compatible soldiers onto missions together will allow their friendships to develop to strong bonds with tactical benefits. Oh, I can change people in and out. Potentially. Not entirely sure what that would do for me. Now, what's interesting is I can't actually click there. I can't click there to remove them, edit them, but I can click that button there. I don't think I should have access to this screen. We're just going to send them in as they are. It's very similar to the first, that one. I'm probably going to have to adjust the audio again. It now sounds like it's too loud in my ears.
Communications with resistance forces in the area have gone dark.
Although that's still
only
quiet.
mean one thing. These people sacrificed everything to give us this shot. We need to recover that converter at all costs.
Maybe I should have read that mission briefing. Meh.
Commander, getting a fix on the device, but it looks like it may have been damaged during the fight. Energy readings are going crazy. I'm guessing we don't have much time before it explodes. Shen's working on a way to stabilize that thing, provided we can get close enough to access its core.
Location confirmed. Got it. Moving.
I wish that would give me better indication of volumes. So we need to get there in 8 turns and turn that thing off. Or stabilize it. They've got standard icons for it all. If you go here, you've got medium, you've got some cover. If you go here, you've got full cover. Chances are we can at least rush up to this point.
Roger that.
Ordine ricevuto. Mi muovo.
Yes, what you said. We We can actually rotate the map. I don't really want to run up much further because you're going to be out in the open. But I don't think there's too much here to worry about. As we saw earlier in the tutorial, leaving people out in the open can get you killed very quickly. So we now have an ability which is slash. There's no available targets for it, so I can't demonstrate it, but I think it allows for the double move and attack. Go over there.
No need to ask twice.
I didn't ask twice. And we get to see what we can see of the alien activity.
We have a chance to do some serious damage here. Before jumping into combat, let's make sure we make the most of our advantage. The Advent officers seem more capable than the grunts. We're not sure whether to chalk it up to training or stricter mind control.
Right, so what they're recommending is that we set up an ambush. The way that ambushes work is sort of like, it's put you there. I can put you in Overwatch. And then when things kick off, they'll react. Oh god, that's awful. Right, move up to there. And go into Overwatch. Right, and
Position confirmed.
you go into Overwatch. Don't want to break it just yet because this person's going to be so far out of position. Although they are walking away, that's not a good sign. Right, okay, let's... Can you move up to that tree? And let's see how this goes. Okay, we found the thing.
Be able to hack into that thing's safety protocols and stabilize it. Shen is uploading the fix right now.
Yeah, we just gotta get over there. Don't worry about it. Right, everybody's movements is precisely not far enough to effectively get where I want them to be.
Afirmativo, en camino. Guardia.
Moving out. On Overwatch. Moving to designated coordinates. Roger, I've got my eyes on.
I don't know where they're patrolling. It looks like they just walked off a cliff. It is multi-level, so just nip up there and see if you can see them. Ooh, that was close. Okay, so they're likely to be over there and swing back around this way. Thing is, I've only got 5 turns until that thing goes pop. But I don't want to rush too far ahead, because that's how you get people killed. I mean, we are in clustered formation, so this is possibly a bad idea. One grenade and everybody dies. Who's furthest forward?
Got it! Advent forces sighted!
Oh, they spotted. Shit.
These guys make up the bulk of the Advent forces we've dealt with. They're disciplined and well equipped, but their obedience makes them predictable.
That's not good.
Rangers are uniquely equipped for close quarters combat. In the right situation, they can prove highly effective.
So we can go over there and stab them, that's what you're telling me. Oh yeah, that was not quite as much damage as I would have liked. I was hoping to murder that guy. Take to the high ground. There we go. Alright. Move over there and take Overwatch, because somebody's gonna move. And when they move, I want you to shoot them. Yes, get over it. You didn't die. Luckily, the thing that may be a bomb in... Oh god.
Commander, we're running out of time here. If we don't stabilize the converter soon, I don't think anybody's going home today.
Don't know if you're aware, Central, but we're also running out of hit points on some of these people.
Closing on target position now.
If they get shot...
Although they bear some resemblance to the sectoids first encountered during the invasion, their genetic structure now includes human DNA. They are stronger than ever, with an even greater psionic potential.
Not big enough of an explosion. But I need you to die, okay? Thank you.
It's down.
Right. You go over there. You can turn it off next turn. Oh shit, there's still that guy out there. I totally forgot about that guy out over there. These guys have really weak necks.
Already there. That didn't feel good.
Well, you're getting shot. I don't think it was designed to feel good. Oh look, reanimation.
No respite for the dead. The aliens have found a way to mind control them now.
We have zombies, folks.
We got one down here.
Yeah, we just lost Doreen Scott.
Voy a la ubicación designada.
Now is not a good time to be missing.
Voy seco de munición.
Rolling.
Now is not the time to be doing minimum damage. I'm gonna have to hack this thing.
Magari c'è qualcosa di interessante.
Recover a small intel cache or recover a large intel cache. Let's go for the small one. It's probably not going to work, but hey ho. Oh yeah, that so didn't work. Right.
Tutto fatto. Attrezzatura recuperata. Readings are returning to normal. Well, mostly normal. Firebrand is en route, but I wouldn't take any chances. Eliminate all remaining hostiles in the area before evac.
Ecco, prendi!
Gonna neutralize all these guys. Yeah, that's 2 of my squad down. 1 of them seriously injured.
Aiuto! Subito, detto! Subito!
Hey, mind control resisted, but you panicked. And then missed the guy. Not useful. I think I might actually have to restart this mission. I'm not doing terribly well.
Commander, we're taking heavy losses. We may have to adjust our approach.
Yes, how about if we send in more than 4 people next time? That's a different approach, wouldn't you say? Guy's leading one blessed life. Ran out of luck.
Avenger, all Xcom operatives are dead or MIA. I'm returning to base.
So let's try that one again. If I get too many of these, I might have to adjust the difficulty down a little. Actually possible to do while in game.
Getting a fix on the device, but
Yes, yes. Edit options. Gameplay? New. It would appear that I can't change the difficulty without starting all over again. We've already seen all of this. Come on. The commander's not there. Don't know where the commander is.
on a way to stabilize that thing, provided we can get close enough to access its core. Stay in the shadows until we can get a better read on the situation.
Alright. As long as I don't rush too far forward, I can move slightly more aggressively.
Ya estoy.
Bum ba bum. Ba 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 bum. Alright, we're gonna send you over there again. You will find them doing some weird things, like that time it's like...
We have a chance to do some serious damage here. Before jumping into combat, let's make sure we make the most of our advantage. The Advent officers seem more capable than the grunts. We're not sure whether to chalk it up to training or stricter mind control.
Ran from here to there, and it's like, could have gone anywhere around this wall, but decided to go right at the wall, jump over it. They do like making life hard for themselves. Right. So if I put you there, and then put you into Overwatch, and I put you there,
Raggiungo la posizione.
and then put you into Overwatch. A tree doesn't offer any cover. Can't get over there. What's your chances? It's actually not too bad. So we're going to put you into Overwatch. And then we're just going to charge you right in there.
Will do.
We should trigger these two at least.
We're in their sight.
These guys make up the bulk of the Advent forces we've dealt with.
Run forward.
Well equipped, but they're
And we shoot.
Su, impegnati. Eliminado.
Okay, we took that guy down.
Watch the flanks. I think I'm bleeding.
You are bleeding, because you're flanked.
Rangers are uniquely equipped
Yep.
for close quarters combat. In the right situation, it can prove highly effective.
Okay.
Moving out.
Just noticed a flag on their back is Scotland.
You should be able to hack into that thing's
I
safety
think.
protocols and stabilize it. Shen is uploading the fix right now.
Everybody move into position for closing up when possible.
We've got Advent here.
Oh, that's so annoying. Right, okay, you move to there.
Posizione confermata.
46. Just stay in Overwatch.
Órdenes confirmadas, en marcha.
46, 26 Overwatch.
A ello voy.
Bum. You move up there as well. Check the numbers are terrible. And you're into Overwatch. Right. You want to go there. Lots of cover. As far forward as possible. Come on, move. Just move a little. Nope, Dorian's got KIA again.
Si muove ancora. En marcha las coordenadas designadas.
Although they bear some resemblance to the sectoids first encountered during the invasion, their genetic structure now includes human DNA. They are stronger than ever, with an even greater psionic potential.
Yeah, it's all fine and dandy.
Todos a cubierto.
Position confirmed.
Okay,
Target disabled.
that guy's out.
Tutto qui?
Please don't work. I know, it worked. Yay! Fernandez is mind control. And then the truck exploded.
If we don't don't stabilize the converter soon, I don't think anybody's going home today.
Central, I don't think you realize that people are dying here. We're down to one person.
Nemico abbattuto. Tra poco devo ricaricare. Abbattido.
I'm pretty sure that shouldn't be on there.
Commander, we're taking heavy losses. We may have to adjust our approach.
Oh, you think? Right, move to the...
Confirmado.
Did not realize he was on Overwatch. Should have guessed. Illyrium core and an advanced autoloader. Nice.
A los técnicos les encantará.
Shoot that guy.
Hostil neutralizado. Poca munición.
Is there anybody left alive? Does anybody know?
Commander, the converter is near collapse. It's about to blow.
Yeah, well aware of that.
Vale la pena controllare.
Let's try for the small intel cache again. Nope. Disarmed. I do believe.
Abbiamo l'attrezzatura.
Readings are returning to normal. Well, mostly normal. Status confirmed. Mission accomplished.
We won? Killed 7, lost 2, I'll call that a 1. Take mission photo. Oh, that's an interesting thing. You can actually take a photo of the people who survived. Can even put in text. There's text box 2, test. Text box 3, test. Okay. Can't think what to put there, so I'll just get rid of that. This font is awful. There we go.
Think the elders will like this one?
I don't care whether the elders like this one or not. I like it. Alright. Operation Spider Valley was a success. Not too many people died.
I would like to assure the citizens of Advent that our peacekeepers will stop at nothing to prevent further attacks by criminal elements such as the one that occurred today. The Elders have total faith in our ability to overcome any and all threats to our peace.
So what we got some stats here. Successful shot percentage 80%, average damage, highest average damage recorded. Average enemy killed per turn 0.75, and average cover bonus is 33.6. Ooh. Furthest moved was Squaddy Jane Kelly, who moved this way, this way, this way, and this way as the truck blew up and took them out. Yeah, that's flickering too fast for my liking. And now we return to the base with the thing for Shen.
A few of our people earned well-deserved promotions, Commander. I'm guessing Shen will probably want to have a word with you too. Commander, the media is a powerful tool. Just ask Advent's propaganda machine. I say it's time we turn it against them. By spreading the word of our soldiers' exploits in combat, we can bolster morale throughout the Resistance.
By taking lots of pictures. Unequaled in life, revered in death. See? We got the survivors. And the people who need avenging. Okay, so they've got promotions, great stuff. Let's see.
Just like it sounds, our sharpshooters engage enemy targets with pinpoint accuracy from extreme range. They're also trained in pistol marksmanship for the occasional close encounter.
Sharpshooter. They have squad sight, so they can target based off their allies. Which is really useful for sharpshooters because they can be sort of like a fair distance away, but still attack right across the field. The thing is, though, I do believe a sniper rifle is one of them where it takes both actions of a turn.
Operating some of our most advanced equipment, specialists deploy robotic drones on the battlefield that can be outfitted for combat or field medic duty.
So I do believe this is essentially the replacement of a support. Aid protocol, command your gremlin to move to a friendly target and grant it, it grants that target a bonus to defense until the start of the next player's turn. They can also remotely hack using the gremlin. Combat intelligence gifted. Combat intelligence affects their ability to gain points. I don't know what that is. Build a training center to use ability points. Okay.
These items should prove useful in our ongoing efforts against the aliens. When you have a moment, Commander, I have made some interesting discoveries as they relate to the implant we removed from you earlier.
So we got an Advent power core, the Illyrium core, the Advent power core converter. This is a power converter device Chief Engineer Shen asked us to retrieve. It should allow us to get the Avengers systems back to full capacity. These small self-contained samples of Illyrium are used to power alien beam weapons. We could use them to power a variety of advanced weapons, armors, and munitions. Advanced loader. The first 2 reloads in a mission do not cost an action. That's kind of useful. Advent Officer Corps. Despite the heavier ornamentation on their battle armor, the bodies of the Advent officers are indistinguishable from regular troopers, save for the thick red scar at the back of their skulls. Advent troop corps, passable as a human when hidden behind their armor. In death, the alien features and orange blood of the Advent troopers reveal a more sinister pedigree. And a sectoid corps. The sectoids are essentially the Greys. They've been pretty much present in every single XCOM game. a lot of the others have sort of like drifted in and out of favorability throughout the games. So it's not like, and they're modeled after your standard grey. Expired sectoids tend to shrivel and curl in on themselves like spiders, regaining some of their likeness to the smaller, more feral creatures we faced in the first war.
Why are you all just standing around? It's perfect. Come on, let's get it inside.
So now we need to go to Pulse Tech Alien Biotech. Why is it paused? I'm guessing it's finished and we just need to get up to there in the tutorial. To engineering!
Okay, reworked your repulsors with some of the parts I salvaged from their old engine. Should fix that stabilization problem you had. Come on, Rover. It'll work. Commander! Getting our tech to talk to theirs is harder than you'd think. Lily Shen, Chief Engineer, at your service. You were probably expecting to see my father. In all that's happened, I'm guessing Central didn't tell you yet. He's gone. Dad gave everything he had to get us this far. This entire ship is his life's work. I know he would have loved to show you around the place himself. He used to talk about you a lot. You can be sure I'm ready to finish what he started. Might not look it, but from here, I can fabricate pretty much anything you come up with. And with a little more help, well, you'd be amazed with what I can do. It was an honor to finally meet you, Commander.
Can't promise any miracles, Commander, but I should be able to put some of the stuff together in no time at all. I'd suggest we get started with a med kit. It'll probably come in handy sooner rather than later.
Could have used them on the last mission, but yes. Just as a bit of a background, her father, Shen, was with you in the first Alien War. And, yeah. So, when they saw, like, tossing around the name Shen, you're supposed to assume that they mean her father, and not her. Medkit contains a pressurized solution that, when exposed to the air, acts as a sealant and insulator. Infused with painkillers and antiseptics, the medkit can treat wounds and remove a variety of adverse conditions, including burns and poison.
I'm on it, Commander.
Looks like Tigan has made progress on his research. We should meet him in the lab.
Slowly starting to get more information. So the ship's got... It's using 6 out of 15 power. There's no engineering. There's no scientists. We have no alloys, Illyrium. We have 30 intel. Don't know what that's for. Supplies, and our income is 175. I'm guessing supplies and income are change. In the first XCOM game, it was all like... they were told to you as dollars, or something like that, and it was like, it's $100 for, you know, a satellite. I'm guessing that there was some rounding in there, and it was an abstraction. But it was one of them where it's like, yes, $100 for a satellite, you say. Let's head over to research.
So much of my own research based upon this simple design. If only I had known. Ah, Commander, excellent timing. There's been some progress. I've managed to break down several key components of the chip implanted into your skull. My analysis reveals that its primary function was that of a conduit, passing a vast amount of data directly to your cerebral cortex. With the primary connection severed, much of that data is lost. Several fragments do remain, however. Ghosts, if you will. Observe. Tactical combat simulations. War games. The sheer volume of encounters you were processing was astounding. It is truly remarkable that you survived as long as you did. Though this may seem disconcerting, there is still some good news. This chip bears a striking resemblance to a medical implant I briefly assisted in developing at the gene therapy clinic in New Providence. My understanding was that the implants were intended for high-ranking Advent officers only, captains or above. Retrieving a chip from such an officer would be the only way to know for certain. A greater understanding of these implants would undoubtedly benefit us all, Commander.
So, can you pull it out of the skulls of the two guys I just brought in? Examine the Advent officer corpse. We can do.
The Advent officers have clearly been modified to allow for their subordinates to receive new orders psionically. The implanted chip is the key.
With little time to prepare, we were forced to conduct an extremely invasive procedure on the commander in order to remove what appeared to be an implant carefully enmeshed within the occipital lobe. Although all indications were that the device was not designed for the removal, concerns as to the commander's potential longevity and the risk of possible remote manipulation by the aliens left us with little alternative. Despite my concerns, the commander has so far felt no lasting effects from the procedure and appears to be recovering ahead of expectations. As for the chip itself, my initial findings are alarming, to say the least. The device is psionically driven by the latent energy of the subject's brain. In this case, the commander's. More importantly, it appears that the device functioned as both a transmitter and a receiver, relaying information via some form of psionic link. Even after removal, I had to shield the device to contain the residual psionic field surrounding the implant itself. So, for fear of what it might be capable of, if my current theory is correct, the commander may have played a more important role in Advent's operations than we could have possibly imagined. R. Tigan. So yeah, what we can see here is we have no scientists. We have an archive, which actually just allows us to reread some of these things. And I broke it. I have broken it. God dang it. I'm stuck in a screen that I now can't get out of. There's one down there that does nothing. I shouldn't go pushing things unless I'm supposed to. Alright. Switch over to this, and that kills everything. Might get a little bit of disruption as this thing is likely to... No, oh wait, there it went. Hopefully I didn't just lose a lot of progress. Right, let's see... If I click that, is this actually going to start up the game? Come on, whenever you're ready. That's interesting. Oh no, there it actually worked that time. Alright, load. Let's go for this one. No, that's the one we failed. Why?
All Xcom operatives are dead or MIA. I'm returning to base.
So the second time I played this through, it didn't do a single autosave. Or if it did, it deleted them as soon as I completed the mission. And because of a bug that I found, right, you're in a terrible position. But I could do with you hacking that.
Might be something interesting here.
God dang it. Come on. Do the hacky thing.
We're in. Package in tow.
Well done. Readings are returning to normal. Well, mostly normal. Firebrand is en route, but I wouldn't take any chances. Eliminate all remaining hostiles in the area before evac.
I'm trying.
Orders confirmed. On the move.
I want you to move there. I want you to shoot that guy. Kinda would have hoped that you would have hit that guy. No. Let's have you on Overwatch.
Voy a la posición designada. ¡Venga ya!
Then was not a time to miss.
That all you got?
C'è mancato poco.
Confirmado. Blanco abatido.
Right, that took him out. This allows you to back up to this tree.
Okay.
And go into Overwatch.
Roger.
You go over to there and throw a grenade. And that guy. And hopefully the truck blows up. Yeah, we're gonna move up to there.
Keep the pressure on.
Ok.
Although they bear some resemblance to the sectoids first encountered during the invasion, their genetic structure now includes human DNA. They are stronger than ever, with an even greater psionic potential.
49, 47, Overwatch. You people are messed up. Go over there. On the off chance anything gets close enough to you. I gotta run over there.
Good copy. Moving on target. Got it covered. Overwatch. Kill confirmed.
I am impressed that you managed to take out that guy.
No respite for the dead. The aliens have found a way to mind control them now.
Incoming over here!
Did that hit? Did that miss? And killed. Okay, great stuff.
Moving to designated coordinates. Scanning.
Affermativo, mi muovo. Sistemato. Di questo passo finisco a secco.
Alright, move up to
Mi
there.
dirijo alla posizione indicata.
And
En
Overwatch.
guardia.
Take out that zombie.
Target disabled. My ammo's running low. Now, kill!
Everybody avoid that person.
Ricevuto, mi muovo.
No, I don't want you to shoot them. How can you not see them from where you are? Right, go over there.
Sto andando. No hace falta repetirlo.
Double time.
Mi stanno sparando.
If you could resist that mind control, it would be much appreciated.
Get out of my head!
Oh, God dang it. No, I don't want to shoot the other person. I want to shoot. Throw the grenade over there.
Orders confirmed. Moving out. Get a closer look.
There we go.
Target neutralized.
Status confirmed. Mission accomplished.
So everybody survived that time. Two of them got messed up. Okay, let's go with it. I don't intend on save scumming all that often.
Advent officials, recent attacks by dissident elements operating outside of the city centers have done little to slow the progress of Advent's ongoing development or outreach programs. Voluntary citizen emigration numbers are reportedly at their highest level in recent years.
But I can't help it when the game screws me over on saves and then I manage to do better. It's one of them, you know, it's like...
People earned well-deserved promotions, Commander. I'm guessing Shen will probably want to have a word with you, too.
Gravely wounded. Gravely wounded. I just love the way that they just sort of like walked out of there but managed to just stay upright.
Serving as our demolitions experts, the Grenadiers provide heavy ordnance delivery whenever and wherever we need it.
Okay, Grenadier. With a heavy machine gun. Launch grenade. The Grenadier uses a grenade launcher to fire grenades rather than throwing them. This allows a greater range for and grenade capacity. Nice.
Operating some of our most advanced equipment.
I could have sworn he was a sniper last time.
Combat or field medic duty.
I know that we got one sniper and one assist.
Just like it sounds,
I might have gotten them the wrong way around them.
with pinpoint accuracy from extreme range. They're also trained in pistol marksmanship for the occasional close encounter.
That is a big pistol. Like twice the size of his bleeding head. So yay, everybody survived this time.
These items should prove useful in our ongoing efforts against the aliens.
Did auto collect those. Let's just skip past the bits that we've already seen.
Day in and day out is no easy task, and eventually the stress takes its toll in various ways. We'll need to keep an eye on each soldier to manage their traits.
Not what I was expecting. Negative trait acquired. Squaddy Doreen Scott. Overly aggressive. Conduct disorder. Chance to take a shot immediately after going on Overwatch. I have to take the shot. Okay. Right. Let's very carefully follow the prompts and not click on anything that I'm not supposed to.
Can't promise any miracles, Commander, but I should be able to put some of the stuff together in no time at all. I'd suggest we get started with a med kit. It'll probably come in handy sooner rather than later. I'm on it, Commander.
Looks like Tygan has made progress on his research. We should meet him in the lab.
New objective added.
The Advent officers have clearly been modified to allow for their subordinates to receive new orders psionically. The implanted chip is the key.
Right. So don't click on Access Archive because your game will lock up and you won't have an option to progress away from it. They're not actually telling me what I have to research at this stage. So modular weapons, the magnetic field rifles that the Advent forces are used by the Advent forces are incredibly complex weapons. The rifles themselves self-destruct when their original operator dies, but with a little effort we might be able to put use any recovered parts to improve our soldiers' own weapons. Hybrid materials. The Advent's bodies we've recovered so far are shielded by fascinating combination of materials, some more common than others. By studying the underlying alien technology, our research could lead to vast improvements in our own equipment. Advent Officer Autopsy. Aside from a variety of fascinating genetic enhancements found in the Advent Troopers, the officers appear to be augmented further by some kind of biomechanical implant. I believe this allows for some form of communication throughout the alien hierarchy. If we were somehow able to tap this system, I wonder what we might hear. Experimental weapons. We've recovered a number of weapons from the field that are deceptively archaic in design, but conceal uniquely powerful attributes that require extensive study to understand. I'm gonna go with the hybrid materials to improve survivability.
I do find that area of research to be among the more intriguing options available. We'll begin work immediately. I'll send word when a complete report is available.
Looks like Shen got that converter up and running, Commander. We're ready for you on the bridge.
So we got 11 soldiers, 2 wounded, none are unavailable. I'm now worried to click on anything that I shouldn't.
Just stay clear of the perimeter, understood? Commander, good. I think we got something here. Despite all of Advent's efforts, there are still people who refuse to believe their lies. And it's time we let them know they're not alone. We've already located a target for our first operation.
Sir, given our current location, there's actually no way the Sky Ranger could reach that position.
Who said anything about the Sky Ranger? Shen, status report. Are we ready?
Short answer, yes. But you might all want to hold on to something.
Eat our dust, civvies! We're out of here! So that was never even hinted at in the first game.
For the Indian Regional Zone.
We're ready to start making moves, Commander. By hitting Advent wherever we find them, we can help strengthen the resistance. In return, they'll contribute material and personnel to support our operations.
Guerrilla Ops. New target acquired. We've targeted new acquired for our Guerrilla Ops against Advent Commander. Review target. New India, which is not where they showed on the geoscape. It was somewhere in South America. Reward Dr. Harry Barton, engineer, difficulty easy. Objective sabotage transmitter. New India, Operation Crypt Mask. Confirm.
Commander, it looks like Shen prepped a med kit for us. We should equip one of our soldiers with it before they deploy.
Oh wow, they brought that hairstyle. So I do believe now I have some ability to edit people. I'm trying to find... I'm guessing the modular systems. Kevlar armor. All soldiers receive Kevlar armor part of their basic kit. Research can give us access to better armor. I'm guessing this is just an aesthetics change. So we can either go with that, which looks like they're running around in their civvies. Because that might be a Kevlar t-shirt, but wow. I wanted your equipment. Because as much as it's like interesting not to be interesting to be given options. I mean, right, okay. So the two people who didn't get injured were Squatty Kelly and Squatty Gallo. Seeing as though he's already on the Gremlin. Gremlin accompanies the specialist and can be issued protocols to aid allies, hack electronic targets, and damage enemies. The Gremlins generally go unnoticed by enemies and cannot take damage or be destroyed. It will shut down if its owner is incapacitated or killed. So with them being the support, I'm going to give them the medkit. We got two new rookies. We got Squatty Kelly and Squatty Gallo. These two have survived their first mission. So if anybody wants to blow some channel points and name these people, I'm actually curious. Oh no, I'm not going to touch anything that I'm not supposed to for the moment. I'm still scared that it's going to derp and it's going to throw me back to. I'm going to have to crash out of it again and end up with having to reload from the previous mission. If those saves even exist anymore, because I successfully completed it, does that mean that they're all now deleted? Who knows? But yeah, that hairstyle that this guy's got. That is from the original XCOM game. There was very few character models in that. There was nowhere near as much customization. One of the male models had sort of like that kind of hairstyle. You know, if this guy would just stand up straight, you can see that it's perfectly flat on top and it just bows outwards. Oh, there we go, showing off. And it's been one of them things where they've brought it back in varieties in the new XCOM games. It's a totally impractical hairstyle, but we love it anyway. Alright, off we go. This is an easy mission. Let's hope everybody comes back alive again.
Sky Ranger deployed.
The squad is ready to deploy on your order, Commander.
Love the way that it's like, I don't have any other options. I don't want to do it. No, okay, well, let's begin the mission. Operation Crypt Mask.
We've been picking up unusual readings coming from this area, and our recon team has confirmed that Advent is now operating some sort of massive psionic transmitter nearby. Shen and Tygan agree. If we destroy the transmitter while it's still connected to Advent's network, their operations across this entire region could be crippled.
Tunnels under Port Said. Plant 4 charges to destroy the psionic network. Prevent the transmitter from completing its transmission. Are our objectives. Let's go.
Advent has constructed a psionic transmitter in this area, tied directly into their primary network. Our intel suggests destroying it while it's still connected will severely damage their linked systems. Plant the explosives before they have a chance to pull the plug.
When pressing left alt, when left alt is pressed, you will be shown a preview of the enemies which are visible at your current pathing location. Oh, okay. Right. All I know is it's in that direction. I'm not seeing many... Now we could scale up. I think we might have to. Although potentially we can go down that way. It's one of them where it's like we have very little. Turns until network separation is 4. let's go there this turn. Yeah, going over there might be an option, but I think up and over this way is a better option. So you go over there. You join him over there. And he'll go over there. Right. It's annoying because one of the things is they've simplified. So back in '94, up until XCOM Apocalypse, the idea was you ended up with action points, or so many action points per turn. And these action points could be used to do a variety of things: shoot, move, and it would take, you know, if you were going one square over, it would take 4 action points. If you were going diagonally, it would take 5 action points. And you could continue moving until you ran out of action points. Or you could say, you know, move up a little bit, take a shot, take the shot, then move. And some weapons that were very easy to use, you could shoot, move, shoot, or move, shoot, shoot. A variety, you know, some weapons were so cumbersome to use that it would take most of your action points just to fire it, so you couldn't move anywhere unless you had a lot of action points, although I feel that it was based on percentages of action points. So it kind of made it an awkward calculation, and sometimes you were sort of like, yeah, you should be able to move there and shoot that guy, and you move there and then find out that you were 1 action point shot. So to try and get around that, they've introduced this system of sort of like, you know, the 2 action system, where it's like you can move and then you can do another thing, or you can move again. The only problem with it is I want to be able to move up to there, see what there is to see, and then plan accordingly. Because if there's an alien down here, I don't want to go running into him. I don't want to go running past him. I just want to, you know, move up to there and see what's down there. But that's one move. If then I see nothing and decide, okay, now I want to move there, that's my second action for the turn. Because 1 action to get there, 1 action to get there. Where, as in theory, if I just right click there, just go and run up to there as 1 action and see how it goes. I am going to take the risk and just go straight there though. Alright. Starting to feel a little bit paranoid that I'm moving too fast. There is not as much walls out this way. So what else do we have? You can't move at all until that other person's out your way. Okay. So this guy's going to go over there. And Jane Kelly is going to... Well, that looks like it's a dead end anyway. So, I'm just going to press forward and go to there. Don't like the fact that it's got network separation in 3 turns. Right. We're just going to push forward to there. Don't worry, all XCOM soldiers are trained to drop. So yeah, we heard activity, we didn't see it, which is why we got that so like focused in on.
Cut off the transmitter from their network. We're running out of time.
I know we're running out of time. There's not much I can do about it though. Unless there's one of these, delay the transmission by disabling the power relays. I have not seen a power relay yet. I have to wonder, is there one through this door? Thing is, why is that giving that an icon? Gonna have to risk it. Let's see what's through this door. Nothing. Nothing at all.
Estoy en marcha.
Okay, you are that guy. Move to there. See, this is the thing, so I'm having to move a lot faster than I would like because of this timer. And what's annoying is like network separation. Why is it separating from the network? I have not made any kind of alarm yet. Alright. I need to move up a lot. So you're gonna move up to there.
We've got an enemy squad here.
Menace 1-5, they're about to disconnect the transmitter. This is our last chance.
Got it covered. Scanning.
I love the way that you think that I can really do anything. Surprise!
Nemico abbattuto. Ci tengono sotto tiro.
Bye! Right. So I think I'm going to fail this mission. Let's see what's through here. Nothing. The blue and white thing with the blue light on top. Is that a power relay?
They've disconnected the transmitter from their network. We missed our opportunity here.
It's not showing up as a thing.
Órdenes confirmadas en marcha.
You know, it's non-interactable. I would have thought that they would have drawn more attention to it. But I don't know. Alright, yeah, you really need to get back to the rest of the people.
Allá voy.
Yeah, that's the only thing that I can think on as well. You know, it's all like...
Closing on target position now. Objective position confirmed.
Our readings indicate that relay is feeding energy directly into their network.
That's what I was expecting.
It may disrupt their efforts to isolate the transmitter.
So yeah, destroy the thing that we didn't see until after the point the mission was a failure. Well, it no longer works.
Got it covered.
You go on Overwatch over there. You move up to there.
Confermati. Mi muovo.
What's this? Yeah, give you the aid.
Bien, me muevo al objetivo. En marcha a las coordenadas designadas.
There's another power relay over there. Woo! But the only thing I can think is next time I get a mission like this, I'm just going to have to come in a lot more aggressively. Which is kind of contrary to everything that you really want to be doing. So annoying. You saw me. 44. How can you not shoot that guy behind you?
Me muevo a la posición. Ajustando miras.
Like that, that's how you cannot shoot the guy behind you. Right, okay. Ah, Shawsbot. Get into cover there. Yes, yes. Drugs are bad. Or whatever he said. Right, now you guys are gonna come around this corner and make the sectoid regret life choices. Like so.
My ammo's running low.
Moving to position.
It's not great. It's a long range shot, but we'll take it.
Target down.
Alright. That was sloppy, but... Wait. Am I looking in the right direction? Yes, I am. I know I'm not. Now I'm looking in the right direction. I was nearly about to start making my way stealthily back to the beginning. Right, move you up to there.
Tropas de Advent avistadas.
Shit. Praise the Lord for the gifts we are about to receive. Have a grenade! Alright. I do believe this will be in the flanking position. On the boss guy. When we stop trying to shoot the things that are no longer relevant. Surprise! Target isn't just down, love. You've plastered them across the walls. Yeah. Alright. I want you to get into party position.
Location confirmed.
Death from above. Yes.
We missed lost our shot at disrupting Advent's network. I don't think we can afford to waste too many more chances like this.
That's annoying. So one of the things is, I don't know whether this is a feature of XCOM 2 where there's certain missions that you just aren't allowed to fail. But that's annoying on two factors. One, in the original XCOM games, it's like, if you failed a mission, you failed a mission. You dealt with the consequences. In this case, it's like, you didn't manage to shut down their network, they strengthened their position in a given area. You've got to try to weaken their position from now a position of weakness. If it was trying to capture some research, you'd have to, you know, you won't be able to progress that. You would have to last longer so that you could, that piece of research could come back up. Or you'd be missing out on supplies and you won't be able to spend as much going forward. This, it's like mission failed, critical failure. This mission has been a failure. The XCOM project is terminated effective immediately. It's like, who is terminating me? We are a rogue element. Why did that fail the mission? And secondly, annoying thing is I failed the mission because of an objective that I wasn't sure how I was supposed to accomplish within the time frame. And rather than telling me mission failed right there and then, it's like, yeah, kill all the bad guys. Okay, now that you've done a good job at killing all the bad guys, you failed.
Advent has constructed a psionic transmitter in this area.
Oh, shut up, Central.
Primary network. Our intel suggests destroying it while it's still connected will severely damage their linked systems.
Right.
Plant the explosives before they have a chance to pull the plug.
With advanced knowledge of this map, we're just going to run for it. Out goes windows of tactics, which is another annoying thing. It's all like, if a lot more of these missions are going to be timed, it's going to annoy me. Because one of the things is, it's all like, you're supposed to be playing this tactically, not rushing in as far as possible all of the time, and then hoping, you know, you survive. You know, you're supposed to take your time, move up slowly. As you get into position, you can right. You go there. But yeah, as you tactically move forward and do these things, you know, rather than this whole rush around. Go there. And you will go there.
Affirmative.
Cos'è che fa questo rumore?
Enemigos haciendo la ronda.
Advent has almost cut off the transmitter from their network. We're running out of time.
Yes, yes, we're running out of time.
Sono in allerta.
Surprise!
Kill confirmed. We've been spotted.
That alien didn't come out of hiding. Come on, run at me. Run at me, bro. You didn't run at me. You ran away from me. How rude. Right, if I'm not mistaken, there's one through that doorway. Come on, stick your head around that corner. How's the Overwatch not going off?
Menace 1-5, they're about to disconnect the transmitter. This is our last chance.
Yes, yes, last chance, blah blah blah.
Our readings indicate that relay is feeding energy directly into their network. If you can destroy it, it may disrupt their efforts to isolate the transmitter. Well done. As we had hoped, the network separation has been temporarily delayed. Take this!
Alright. I want you to do the not so sensible thing and run right there. And no, don't shoot that guy. Yeah, shoot that one. Ta-da! Right, you guys. So if you go there, you should be able to see one of these things. Oh right, okay, there we go. Did not know it was there. Alright, so each one of them things we take out buys us one more turn. You are so far behind. You move up to that doorway. Yeah. Right. You can sprint up to there. Go up to there. There we go.
Target neutralized. I'm running low on ammo.
Bad guy in there, bad guy in there, bad guy in there. This ball all cover. Don't think I can get an Overwatch on you. Go there. Oh, the range on that is... Oh wait, no, he's just resurrecting that one. Just a little bit more movement. Oh. Right, move up to there. Could have gone around the boxes, you know. What's your chance? 69. Let's just take out that thing. Buys another turn. 66 isn't great. still 66 somehow.
Hostile neutralized.
What? No! What's happening?
Alright, run up and shoot him. Or stab him. Stab him is a good one. You are just going to be running this round.
Rolling out.
Bien.
Right. Yes. Can still see the target from there.
Ordine ricevuto, mi muovo. Sto finendo le munizioni.
Surprise! Did you not like your surprise?
Ricevuto, mi muovo.
Yeah, to you too.
Bersaglio neutralizzato. Sono a secco.
There's not enough cover out here. Maybe I shouldn't have thrown that grenade. It was a pineapple surprise. Right, I want you to stab. Because you can do that at a double run and stab. Oh yeah, you were on Overwatch.
We've got the objective in sight.
That's a confirmed visual on the transmitter. Plant the X4 charges before they can cut it off from the network.
Look, Central, I don't know if you've noticed, but there's a lot of gunfire going on around here.
Taking heavy fire.
Somebody is leading a bit of a blessed life. Huh. A wall broke. Right, I would like you to run up and stab that guy. Like so. Not only taking him out, but also providing yourself
Confirmed. We've got admin here.
some degree of cover. I had hoped for some degree of cover. Where are all these people coming from? You do have cover. Great stuff. Annoyingly, I might have to buy myself another turn.
Good to go.
Go over there Mr. Flat Top. But Central wants a big boom. Well, Central will get a big boom if he just bleeding waits a cotton picking moment. And he can have all the big boom he wants.
Blanco inutilizado. No tengo munición.
I shot him point blank in the face and now he's gone. That's what I understood from that, I think. Ah, oh, crap shoot. Is that gonna...
Hey, bye.
Please don't end this time. There we go. Oh, we can actually still shoot. Or we can move. That's a nice improvement over last game. Ah, screw it, shooting. Surprise!
Nemico distrutto.
No, it's not me a skipper. I'll be back for breakfast. Okay, Jane Kelly is bleeding out.
Taking fire over here.
Right. Aid protocol. Nope. Where is their body? Oh, not going to ask too many questions. Just move there. And stabilize.
Puoi farcela. Resta con me.
I'd rather have that person not die. Screw it. You're moving into position now. Hi. Don't worry about us. The cleaners?
I'm on the move.
That buys us one more round.
We're not picking up any more of those relays. That's all the time we're going to get, Commander.
Yes, yes. It's all the time we need.
Sparano da questa parte. There's heavy fire in this zone.
The X4 charges are active, but the aliens are still working to isolate the transmitter. Eliminate any remaining hostiles before they cut it off.
Are you kidding me? I'm guessing that thing's keeping it active.
Me dirijo a la posición indicada. A dar caña.
God damn it. Move there.
Raggiungo la posizione.
A little bit lower. Right. You have a problem that you're out of ammo. You need to reload. There's also a bad guy right behind you. Ah, shoot. Well, let's see what... Nah, I don't like those percentages. I'll run over there. Huh, you missed.
Fuoco in arrivo. Non mi sento tanto bene.
Ah, you didn't miss. What have you got cover from me? Oh, that thing. Right.
On my way.
Yeah, swallow this.
Hostile neutralized.
Why do I not have more grenades?
Nessun danno. Sto usando molte munizioni.
Shit. Okay, this building is going to come down around on your noggin. You do not want that. Surprise!
That transmitter is history. Good work, Commander.
Hoi. Alright, so we lost a soldier. Kill them all, let the elders sort them out. I love the way that the one in the middle is sort of like unconscious at the moment. Have you looked behind the soldier? For what? More grenades? Let's go with the wedge. Background options. Oh, we can really do some funky ones. Yeah, no, let's not do that. I want. Oh, there we go. Locations. Look, cool people don't look at explosions. So there's got to be an explosion somewhere. We caused enough of them. No, I think that one's probably the best explosion. Hide poster? Oh, right now. That's what I wanted.
Think the elders will like this one?
I don't care about the elders. No, the lost soldier. Oh, no, the lost soldier. No, they're dead, my cat.
Today's dissident attack must report to peacekeepers for processing. Advent gene therapy clinics will screen you for the presence of any harmful biological agents. Cooperation is mandatory.
And the only thing that we get to do is memorialize them now.
Commander, the media is a powerful tool. Just ask Advent's propaganda machine. I say it's time we turn it against them. By spreading the word of our soldiers' exploits in combat, we can bolster morale throughout the resistance.
I just like taking pictures of my people.
Tell them to pose near an Advent burger menu. For science, of course.
So the thing is, they never actually... So I've got to delete this one, although that's a bit cool, that's kind of cool, and that's kind of cool. The thing is, they all eventually survived because of bullshit. So, delete. 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 There we go. So we got a couple more promotions. We got one, Lock One, who gets a grenade launcher. So you're another heavy, or grenadier. Nice. And we've got another ranger. Okay. Okay. And the ranger that we've got gets to become either the scout or the assault. All attacks with swords deal 2 extra damage and have +10 aim. When so it's telling me both at the bottom. Right. When the soldier is revealed, this soldier when the squad is revealed, this soldier remains concealed. Let's go with the Blade Master. You're loud and proud. We got a scope. We got a psi focus. +7 will. The basic focus sim improves the odds that the affected soldier will resist panic and psionic attacks. We got. The scope increases aim by 5%. And we got more corpses. Because who doesn't like more corpses?
We can start clearing out the old equipment and debris from the ship to make room for new facilities.
Alright, new staff acquired. Harry Martin. Alien debris. Begin excavations. It was still pretty much in tutorial
Clear
mode.
out these rooms. First, we'll need to assign an engineer to the task. Once we start getting into the far reaches of the ship, it's going to take more time and manpower to make space for new facilities.
Shouldn't we be slightly concerned that there's a part of the ship that is on fire? And smoking? Green smoke? Shouldn't we deal with that, like, before we even tried taking this thing off?
Looks good to me. Just give the word and we'll get started, Commander.
Alright.
Excavation is underway, Commander, but it's going to take some time to get all that stuff cleared out.
Commander, we have a secure transmission coming through. Source unknown. Patching it through to your quarters.
Oh, I actually have quarters. You turn out to be MIB.
Hello, Commander. The council you once knew is no more. Its membership have all sworn loyalty to the Advent administration. With one exception. It is good to see you again. In the days since your capture, I have done all I can to aid the resistance from the inside. It was these resistance operatives that provided the intel leading to your recent extraction. As of now, resistance forces are currently somewhat disorganized. If we are to defeat Advent and their alien masters, you must change this before it is too late. What you are seeing are classified reports of missing civilians from across the world. Their numbers are growing. We suspect they have been taken to a nearby Advent black site, though its exact location remains unknown. Time is short, Commander. We need you to take charge of resistance operations throughout the world. Establish contact with the local cells and bring them into the fold. Find this black site and shut it down. Save our world. The clock is ticking. Good luck, Commander.
So it is MIB.
Looks like we better get started, Commander.
Nice to hear the trailer voice guy branching out. I just like the fact that it's like we're nearly 2.5 hours into this, and still we're in tutorial mode where I gotta click where they say.
The councilman has tracked the alien black site to this region. Unfortunately, we don't have its exact coordinates yet. If we're going to have any chance of finding this facility, we'll need to make contact with the local resistance cell nearby. Tygan has a theory about how we might reach out to them without getting the aliens' attention, but we'll need to give him time to conduct his research. We
Shouldn't wait too long on that, Commander. We have to start making contact with other regions soon if we're going to build a global resistance and take on Advent.
New objective added.
No, that's the heating. Agent 47 has taken on a new role, it seems. Potentially. New objective. Make contact with the local resistance to the Black Site region in order to gain access to the Advent facility. Contact with the resistance in the Black Site region. Research resistance communications. Fly to the Black Site region. Make contact.
Looks like we won't have time for that just yet, though. Remote reconnaissance may have found something not far from our current position.
Rumor from the Resistance battlefield. Commander, after our recent success, members of the Resistance in New India have brought us reports of activities that we might want to investigate. Time to investigate. 8 days. Reward supplies.
Avenger plotting new course.
Whee!
Commander, while we're waiting for new missions or the completion of our research, we can pass time by scanning at sites like this one. On your order, we'll start our scans of the surrounding area.
Right.
I think you will find our results have exceeded expectations.
With limited resources available to outfit our troops, up until now, we've had to make do with whatever makeshift armor Shen managed to piece together from the various scrap materials, relying on methods that otherwise seem outdated. We've developed a means of producing a multi-layered nanofiber weave capable of withstanding direct impacts as well as any traditional armor, without the added weight. Our troops still have to exercise caution. Even the nanofiber has its limits. It may be suited for our troops who rely on agility over pure stopping power. In any case, I imagine our soldiers will be pleased to see any improvements over their current equipment. Nanoscale vest, a light armor underlay derived from Advent armor. The vest can be worn by all Xcom armors to increase soldiers' health. Right. It's now telling me that these are a priority, but I think I should do resistance communications first. Even though I want to do plated armor. Apparently I need a scientist before I can research a corpse. Is he not a scientist?
I had assumed you'd make that research a priority, Commander. I'll notify you as soon as the report is available.
Oh, good for you.
The aliens have considerable resources at their disposal, but we've still managed to do reasonably well against them, despite our own limitations.
Just give the word and I'll get started, Commander.
Build items. I would like... cost 2 Advent Trooper corpses and 30 supplies. How many of them corpses do I have? Anybody?
Pickings are slim, but I'm hoping we find a few more recruits who can handle a wrench. I could use the help.
The spokesman took a big risk getting inside Advent. Enough for me to believe he's loyal to our cause. There might still be a few skeptics in the movement, but we've got bigger things to worry about than a man on a screen.
Oops. So basically the nanoscale vest replaces the grenade. And I do like grenades. But it does give them +1 health. Yeah. Remember folks, if you want to burn some channel points, you can name a soldier after yourself and we can see how long they last. No guarantees. And if you die, you die. Get over it. And to be fair, you can name them after anybody you want, although I do request that you make them fictional people and or aliases of your own, rather than naming, you know, so like somebody with the intent of them dying. I'm not going to allow for that. Alright, let's continue scanning, I suppose. Room available for construction. Alien debris cleared. The alien debris cleared. The new room is now available for constructing a facility. Loot recovered. 24 supplies. View room. Ooh.
There's room for us to expand our facilities on board the Avenger, Commander, but we'll need more engineers to clear out space for construction first.
What do you mean we need more engineers? Power relay. The Guerrilla Tactics School will unlock additional skills and benefits for our soldiers, including an increase in the number of soldiers we can take on a single mission. That's useful. An engineer can be staffed in the infirmary and decrease the time our soldiers need to recover from injuries. Soldiers can be staffed here to remove negative traits acquired in combat. The hyper-vital module upgrade allows for the temporary suspension of a soldier's health for the duration of a single combat deployment. What? The hyper-vital module upgrade allows for the temporary suspension of a whole soldier's health for the duration of a single combat. Can't make out whether that means they can't die because their health is suspended, or their illnesses will be suspended for the duration. See, I kind of want this training facility. The training facility allows soldiers to establish stronger bonds with their fellow soldiers and purchase additional tactical abilities. Power relay. Every facility aboard the Avenger requires power to remain operational. Building relays will increase the total power output to the Avenger, allowing for further expansion and upgrades. I have a feeling that I should leave it well enough alone until the research is done. I have a feeling that we're going to be...
You are too trusting, John. The skirmishers are Advent. Advent is the enemy. The enemy is food.
Try not to bring that up when we meet, Volk.
You take their side after all we've seen these years?
Look, I'm not exactly having drinks with them, but they did hold up their end of the bargain. What about you?
Wait and see. Volk out.
Actually think they might show up. Commander, that was Konstantin Volokov, Volk to his friends. He and his Reapers are a big part of the reason why you're standing here today. Volk may be a little rough around the edges, but he's the real deal. Heads one of 3 resistance groups operating independently from us that we consider a legitimate threat to Advent. Together, they'd make one hell of a fighting force. Too bad they hate each other. Still, we've made some unlikely progress. Volk's Reapers may have found you, but they weren't acting alone. They were tipped off by a group of Advent defectors known as the Skirmishers. No one's big on working with these guys, knowing where they came from. But you wouldn't be here without their help. Both the Reapers and the Skirmishers have agreed to suspend hostilities provided you serve as the go-between. Trust doesn't come easy between these two, so we're heading for a nice, quiet spot on neutral ground. Even so, let's not take any chances. Intel on this area is weak, and we're picking up strange chatter on comms. Not to mention we're ending a decade-long blood feud today. I'd advise our soldiers to be fully prepared before we deploy on this one, Commander. Good luck.
You look like you need to get some sleep. You got some red-eye going on.
Hand in the field. Shouldn't be anything too tough. What do you say?
Commander, we need to work as is an intermediary between the two resistance factions. View mission.
Not sure how long our contacts are going to wait for us, Commander. So I'd recommend we proceed as soon as possible. All available soldiers are standing by to deploy.
Okay, okay. This is what we're doing now. Dr. Andrea Brooks, Scientist 64 Intel, rendezvous with the Reapers. I don't like not knowing what I'm supposed to be doing.
Course for Sector 5, India.
I don't yet feel like I'm in control of this
Each faction
organization.
has agreed to allow a two-person squad to escort them to the rendezvous point. Hopefully that should be enough to keep them from killing each other. We've got a temporary ceasefire in place for the duration of the meet, but still, that doesn't mean we shouldn't be ready for anything.
If I remove you, who else do I've got you two. Lochwan and Ana Lucia Delgado. Alright. I wonder what that bar means. Oh. Might be their will. By the way, it's like, this soldier is not bonded. Combat does this, blah blah blah, mobility, nothing. Aim, nothing. Will, nothing. I need the guerrilla tactics school for combat stems. Need to, okay. Well. Oh, what? Oh, this is a terrible idea. Go back, go back, go back. Right. We're not going to have you working as a team. You're going to be working with one of the rookies. Delgado and Berg, and Juan and Hunt. So that we don't put all the experience in one mission and then have the other one screw up on us. I'm pretty sure the Sky Ranger changes colour every time we use it. Somewhat belated reply to the comment on 47 in my game. I have Big Mooney voice for 47. Most amusing. I'm confused. Are we talking about 47 in Hitman or 47 in this? Who's the direct? I forgot what they're supposed to be called. Operation Lost and Abandoned. In Xcom. Okay. Mad Scottish 47 is something to behold.
For years, so we're keeping the exact meeting points strictly need to know. You'll split into two squads, rendezvous with each faction, and bring their envoy directly to the location of the meet. Officially, this city no longer exists, so we don't expect a lot in the way of Advent resistance. Still, keep your eyes peeled. It's been about 20 years since we last stepped foot in this place.
The ruins of Mumbai.
Proceed to the first set of coordinates. Firebrand and the second team will head to the next drop point. Detecting increasing biological signatures in the area ahead. Then I'd say we're in the right place. Stay sharp out there today, people. Just because this city was abandoned doesn't mean it's lifeless.
Cue dramatic music.
If you are hungry, there's us more where that came from. Impressive reflexes, but unnecessary.
Stand down. We're all friends here.
You are safe here. More so than you imagine. We shall see if the same holds true for these skirmishers of yours.
I'm actually feeling that I've mainly got most of the people from...
Your presence already disturbs them. We must move quickly. My people will take care of this camp. Come.
Mass Effect.
Uploading the coordinates to the rendezvous point now. We've plotted the most direct route there. We don't know much about the skirmisher contact you'll be meeting other than his name. Mox.
Mox. Praetor Mox. His death squads wiped out entire camps of my people in the first years of the war. You would dare do this?
Pretty sure hands are bloody on both sides of this fight. That's the whole point of this intervention.
Reapers are born in the shadows, in the cold, harsh world that was waiting for us out there. We rely on stealth and long-range attacks, and our marksmen are unmatched by even the best Xcom has to offer.
Reapers use an advanced form of concealment called Shadow, which only has a chance to break after taking actions. Consecutive actions increase the chance of being revealed. While in Shadow, Reapers have increased mobility and their enemies have a small detection radii. Alright, I'll talk to you later, my kit.
Damaged and dormant all these years, these devices still emit trace elements of unstable radiation. I cannot fathom what they were like in their original function. We were there, Doctor. You're better off having missed it.
Yeah, it was not fun times.
I can get there.
No more time for regret. We are not alone.
Those things, they still look like people.
What was human died years ago. Only the taint of the aliens survives now. Where there is one, more will follow. You must not hesitate to destroy them.
These creatures' DNA has mutated well beyond what we would classify as human. Perhaps the result of long-term exposure to the alien radiation from those pods. Though why anyone would subject themselves to that, I cannot imagine.
When the governments fell, millions starved. Many fled to cities such as this to scavenge for food. They did not heed the warnings. These creatures' true strength lies in their numbers. As you can see, they fall easily. If we are careful with our shots, we will prevail.
I haven't made the connection with Emmy. I was more seeing the it is a TNG reunion with Curtis, Dawn, Franks, John Delancey, and Denise Cosby. Potentially, it's just one of them where it's like I can't really remember watching much of TNG. And also, for those people, it's like I see more of their faces because they're real people than in video games, where it's like the Doctor is Captain Anderson from Mass Effect, and that is one of the Asari. An Xcom unit kills a lost with a standard attack. That unit receives an additional action point. By carefully selecting targets, soldier can kill several lost and still move normally. If a shot taken misses or fails to kill the lost target, the soldier will not receive an additional action. Special attacks such as grenades do not grant actions when killing the lost. Yeah, okay. Well, let's just have some Overwatch. Well, missing.
Vamos, céntrate.
Got him.
Should this plays the eyes? Remember, I'm 90% certain the Doctor isn't.
At first, they may appear mindless, but they hear quite well. In great numbers, they can be very deadly.
I mean, it might not be, but it sounds very much like it. Captain Anderson, or Admiral Anderson, as up later. Mass Effects.
Remember, they are not victims. For the Reapers! I require a resupply. We are compromised. Give me a minute. Reapers are always vigilant.
Nailed him. Draining ammo fast. Let's rock. Scanning. An entire city of our own people left to turn into these things.
Yes. All we can offer them now
Really?
is a merciful death.
They sound very similar. Right, okay.
I strike from the darkness. Volk says I am to obey.
Whee!
I'll watch closely.
I'm not sure. I love the way it's like, oh, we plotted you out the most convenient route, and it's like, alright, do you want to show me that route?
Vamos, vamos.
These creatures are worse even than Advent. They have no cause, no fear. They simply exist. If we do not defeat the aliens soon, we will become little more than they are.
Orders confirmed. Moving out.
Yeah, head over there.
Kill confirmed. Target down. Overwatch.
Kind of like the mechanic. Possibly should have taken that shot. Risk it and go there.
Order, Commander. Your friends will join you soon. of many. I have almost no ammo. We can no longer hide.
Yeah.
I am on watch. We risk all this for pray tell Mox?
Have you played WOTC before, by the way? See, WOTC for me is Wizards of the Coast. War of the Chosen, the expansion I'm playing. No, I've not. Yeah, I've not actually played it, but I've not really played deep into XCOM 2 before. So I don't actually know what's the new content or the DLCs or anything. I'm just... yeah, for me, it's not something that, you know... I figured I might as well play... because I am playing War of the Chosen, and I just loaded up all the DLC, and it's like, screw it, we'll have it all in there. It's going to be a bit of a mess for me, because it's all, I don't know what's new content and what's the base game, but... it's better than, so like... It's better in some ways than playing it twice. Because there's some games... would you learn to aim that thing? Not entirely sure what you said there. Right, go up to there.
Moving on target location.
Shoot once.
Hostile neutralized.
Shoot twice.
My ammo's running low. It's down.
And no, don't do that. Reload.
Ready to rock.
Alright. Where can you get a shot on one of them? So now there's 4 of them in there. One bit of the about is give missions with zombies are great for XP farming if you spec a character for spider arms, which you don't need reloading. There you can yeah, I might use tactics like that if it gets to the point of struggling because people are low level. And here comes the shot. Yeah.
Central. Biological signatures are grouping into a singular mass. One closing in on this position.
A swarm. We must push forward before it arrives.
Let's shoot this guy. And move forward then.
Ya no es una amenaza. Necesito un poco de munición.
Extraction point is close, but looks like these things don't want to make it easy for you.
We will make it your pet advent in time.
That's all windows. Go there.
Got it.
For years, my people hunted his kind. For years, we survived. Now you risk everything for your dreams of peace.
If you haven't noticed, the aliens have been kicking our planet's ass for the past 20 years. You think maybe it's time we try something else?
If only your speeches could take down these cursed creatures.
Wow, so much sass between the people.
Though their intelligence appears almost non-existent, these creatures seem to employ some...
You should have a clear path through now. Second squad is already en route to Mox. Proceed to the rendezvous and await their arrival.
Oh, we'll be there.
That thing's been hovering there this entire time. Yeah, I'm not playing this for the difficulty. I do enjoy this game.
Looks like trouble ahead. The rendezvous could be compromised. Stay focused. Contact! Get down! We may have a bigger problem here. I'm guessing that's our man. Well, our contact anyway.
Crocksod. Advent. Puppet. Roxtola. Fortet. They were sent here to hunt. To purge the Drop 10. The Lost. Our meeting point is still secure. She is free of the imposter gods. I would give anything that all my kind could say the same. Even sit down with your Reapers. Now, we must go.
Did we just stumble into that?
Rendezvous with Outrider is further ahead. Proceed through this district as quickly as possible, but be careful. Something tells me this city still has a few more surprises to throw our way.
Surprises are the least of our worries today. It is these Reapers of yours that are of true concern.
We, the Skirmishers, were created by the false gods of this world to serve and die as their puppets. We retain all that we were and more. And our prowess in battle serves us well in our cause. In close combat, none can stand opposed to us.
Yeah, again, it's like Mr. Worf. You know, I can think of him when it comes to the next generation. They would never have put that connection together. The skirmishers can fire their bullpup and move in any order on their turn, or they can even shoot twice on their turn if desired. The grappler adds to their versatility, allowing the skirmishers to quickly traverse the battlefield and get into advantageous positions. Right, it is coming up to the end of my stream, so we are just going to save it here. New save. End of session 1. Confirm. Load. It has saved it. Hopefully it doesn't lose it. I have a thing for recognizing voices, and I'm mostly sharing because I find it interesting. Yeah, I'm not against. Let's quit out of this, and can I go back to my desktop? Can I have my desktop? There we go. So yeah, I'm not. I actually enjoy finding out where certain people are from, and it's one of them where it's like I do try to recognize certain voices. And if I recognize one as like I know that voice, but I can't figure out who it is, it will drive me insane. And it's one of them. It doesn't really offer any spoilers. So it's one of them where it's like, I don't mind if you drop in. It's like, oh, this is such a person and this is such a person. It's all very interesting. I do especially like VAs who I don't actually recognize between their whatchamacallit, their different roles. There's one thing. One of the games that is on my list is Pillars of Eternity. And one of the interesting facts about Pillars of Eternity is two of the NPCs are voiced by the same voice actor, as well as the player, you can choose your voice pack to be played by the same character. You can have a 3-person group at one point that is just all Matt Mercer. And it's a little bit disconcerting at times because while I appreciate he's got a very good vocal range, by cramming so much of him into a small space, it's difficult not to hear just him. And it feels like a lot of the conversations, it's just him talking to himself in slightly different accents. But it always amazes me sometimes when it's like there are certain voice actors, and I don't think it is just down to, you know, so like running their voices through modulators and synthesizers and distorters. I think, you know, without being there, I don't know for certain, without doing a tremendous amount of research into it, but it's one of them. It's like in Final Space, the Lord Commander is David Tennant, and I would never recognize that in a million years. Is it David Tennant? It might be some other guy. I think it's David Tennant. I know the person, I just can't remember his name properly. Anyway, thank you all for joining me. This has run on a little longer than I actually expected because I was looking at my stream time, not my clock. I just realized I had an incident right at the start of the game where it crashed. And it crashed my stream, so I'm going to have to stitch those two videos together, and I should have finished half an hour ago, or 20 minutes ago. So anyway, as per tradition on the Thursdays, we are going to raid probably J-Station 64. He is currently playing through No Man's Sky. Yes, he is streaming. I will be back tomorrow playing more Resident Evil 4, I believe. I need to double check to see if there is a... I've just noticed something wrong with K-Bot. K-Bot's armor and helmet are supposed to be the same color. I need to speak to Quick Commissions about that one. Steve Blum. I don't actually know who Steve Blum is. I'll be back here tomorrow playing Resident Evil 4 with J-Station and MagCat_UK in the Peanut Gallery. If MagCat_UK is streaming on Saturday evening, I will probably be joining him for some co-op gaming. After that, on Mondays, you can find me over on Manapot Studios, where I am GMing a Starfinder adventure for Fly Free or Die in a stream called All That Glitters Explodes. That is the time for that has changed, so if you were used to the old time, it is now half an hour later, 7:30. And we will be going on for later as well, so it won't end at 10 o'clock, it'll end at 10:30. It's just due to a change of circumstances. And then finally, I will be back next Tuesday playing more XCOM 2, The War of the Chosen. And I hope you can all join me then. But in the meantime, if you'd like to join me in the raid for J-Station, who is playing No Man's Sky, I would appreciate it. And until next time, daddy bye.